Good evening, everyone. Welcome. This is Pamela Marie Edmunds, and this is All Animals Deserve Love. I'm your host. I'm a medium, animal communicator, healer. The list goes on. Radio show host, international, and all kinds of things. As the host and producer of this show, sending you this show live from Sedona, Arizona, where the red rocks are, the wonderful energy of Sedona. And want to just share a little bit quickly that this show has come about by being guided by spirit, guided by my guides. Knowing I needed to do a show about animals, pets. First, the show originally was The Pet Detectives. And I took a little break from it, and then it didn't feel right to bring back on. And this is what we've come up. All animals deserve love. And I will be sharing some evenings, kind of like tonight. Tonight we're doing messages from your pets, where I use my gifts of pet mediumship and animal communication and my intuition to work with the pets of those pet parents who show up for the show. If you're interested in getting more information about this show or about my other show, I do 2 shows a week. This here is All Animals Deserve Love, which is shown here on Thursday nights, and then it's put into my YouTube channel, Pamela Marie Edmunds. And Wednesday nights, matter of fact, last night did a wonderful show, Messages of Love from Heaven, which was in regards to any of the people who came in to connect with their loved ones on the spirit side of life. And that was wonderful. There was some great love that they brought in, because that's what happens when you come forward to be part of one of these shows. You bring with you those from the spirit side of life. You bring with you those that wish to communicate and share. So it's wonderful. It is fantastic. But if you're looking to find more information about the show or about me, please check my website, PamelaMarieEdmunds.com. I am starting to offer some classes. Going to be starting a 4-week class called Mediumship, Unlocking the Doorway to the Spirit World. That's going to be starting November 3rd. I'm going to be doing a favorite of some of my people. I'm going to start doing the meditation and message circle again. That's an hour class, our group, we'll call it. It's done Monday nights. And that is basically, it's a guided meditation and then messages, $10 a person. You get a nice, led through a nice guided meditation, and then I do some messages for those of you who are present. And it's Spirit says, bring it back, Pamela, bring it back. And I gotta trust them. I gotta trust them. I'm also will be doing on the 30th, the night of the 30th, see, October 30th, that's actually Halloween weekend, right? Friday night, I will be doing a, how am I calling it? Hang on, let me get the right title. It's a group trance mediumship session. It's 2 hours. And basically, I will sit and go into trance and bring through whatever beings are for the best and highest good of those who are present for the group. It's a 2-hour group. It's $30 a person, and there'll be a good enlightening time when we connect with the masters, the higher beings. It's always the way that happens. Let's see, is there anything else I'm missing here? Oh, I just want to share for people who are from the New England area, next week's Love Never Dies radio show, I will have a wonderful guest Reverend Stephen Herman, medium. He is originally from the Amherst, Massachusetts area, and moved to New Zealand, has some wonderful family members out there, and currently, I believe his home is in near San Francisco, California. So he will be talking about his series of books. It's Mediumship Mastery. First book is out, and the second one is being finalized. So he is a international medium. He's traveled all across the country and will be here to talk and share. I believe he'll be talking from New Zealand. That makes sense. Also, let's see, who else have I got coming up? Check my website. I've got a page on my website for each show, and it lists the guests, upcoming guests, and it lists the contact information for the Zoom room. That's important because this particular show has its own numbers. The other show has its numbers. I wish it was simpler than that, but that's the way it is, okay? All right, so tonight, no matter how many people are here, we're doing a show, and I'm going to trust it. Tonight is messages from your pets. And I just want to share for anybody who doesn't quite understand of how can you do messages from pets. Well, my mediumship skills, which I've been working with now since probably about 2000, or 20 some odd years, expanded to include animals in the spirit world. And that started with the passing of my own pet, Dear Earth Angel. And he started communicating to me from the other side. Wonderful opportunity. And animal communication, which refers to communication from pets still living in the physical form here in the earth plane. I love it the way it happened. I got nudged to adopt a wonderful pet. His name is Sylvester, and he is a cat, and he is black and white and tuxedo kitty. And he communicates to me and actually another dear friend. And it's more or less like, what's the word I want to call it? I hear him talk. It's like, there's a term and I'm drawing a blank for it. I apologize. This happens for me these days as I've matured. I like to say how many, yeah. He, I'll come up with the term. I hear him talking to me and I just repeat the words. And anyway, so tonight we've got someone here with us. Somebody I've met a number of years ago, dear Darlene. And I know Darlene's is here from New Hampshire and going through change like all of us have been doing, right? This time of the pandemic, the virus is about staying out of fear, but also making changes for ourselves. And it's a challenging time, but it's a powerful time. And I will just share, as for some of you who know, this show was on hiatus for the whole month of August, as I was going through some health issues. And I'm good, I'm fine, but I needed that time off. And I want to say the gift of being able to hear spirit is just so wonderful, because it's helped me to stay out of fear, to be positive and to move forward. So I'm going to start the show. I don't know how long the show's going to run here now. There was one other person who was seeking to come in and having some challenges with the computer, but we'll see what goes on. Darlene, may I bring a message to you? Is there an animal, either in spirit or here, that you'd like a message from, dear? Unmute your microphone so you can talk too.
Yes, that would be wonderful, Pamela.
Which is there a particular direction you'd like me to go? How about one in spirit? Is there one in spirit? There's one in spirit that hasn't been there that long, correct?
Yeah, it's been about almost 2 years.
We're talking a dog, are we right?
Yes.
Okay, and thank you. You and this animal were very close.
Yes.
You were able to receive communication from this animal and give the animal communication too, correct?
Yes.
In your own manner, let's put it that way, in your own manner. And this particular animal was with you, I'm going to say, we got a puppyhood.
Yep.
Puppyhood, okay?
Yep.
All right. Strong-willed animal?
Very, like her mama.
See? A mirror, okay?
Yeah,
And,
you can say that.
and this one gave you some ideas in your spiritual work, didn't it?
Yes, she did.
Okay, it is she. I wasn't getting a he or she. I want to almost say this feels like this animal, yes, is feminine, obviously, but also it's got masculine qualities, okay?
Yep.
I'm feeling like there's a balance there, both.
Yep.
So when I'm tuning into the energy of this animal, that I'm confused as to what the physical body is, okay? All right. I also feel like there were a lot of children around this animal at different times that enjoyed this animal's energy.
Yes.
Okay.
I
almost want to take a young child, I'm talking under the age of 5, and put it on the back of this animal for a ride. Not that it ever happened, but it could have happened. You follow what I'm saying?
I've done that with her.
That's yeah. And also she's a healer.
Yes, she was.
She was a healer, and I almost feel like there's ways she used to come and cuddle with you when you were feeling sad, when you were feeling blue. Wow,
yep.
Wow. And sadly, when she passed, it was all about her physical body shutting down and incapable of continuing to function. Okay? I don't see an accident. The body just wore out. The physical body just wore out. And I do want to say she was an old lady.
Yes, she was.
Okay, all right. What I wish to say to you is that you've seen her around you a lot.
Yes.
You feel her with you, but you've also seen she's come and visited to you during your dream states.
Yes.
Okay. And she keeps
in my face.
She keeps giving you messages.
Yep.
And I want to say some of the messages are one of the messages regarding courage for you. To make that leap of faith, so to speak.
Yep.
To step away from the old and to move forward to something new, but something much better. It's almost like, can I almost say I feel like that you've been kind of chained or corded to stay in one place when now these cords and these chains have been broken and allowed you to step away. You created the chains and the ropes and you did.
Of course I did.
And it was about you needing to sever them. You've got a lot of work to do that. You've got a lot of work to do to help humanity, but you got to help.
Oh, I know I do.
You've got to help yourself first. You've got to work. The dog is talking about you changing the record that runs on the record player. Or
Okay.
the tape that's running on the tape player, whatever you want to. It's
Yeah.
like pulling off that old one.
Putting on a new one.
Break it up, stomp on it, throw it away, maybe even toss it into an incinerator that's going to burn it, and then make decisions of my own, with help of spirit, I need to say, as to what to put on it instead.
Yep.
Okay? There's still some real good stuff from the past, but you have to pick and choose. It's almost like you're pulling the garbage out of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's go back to this dog again. There's some issue with this dog's front right paw that would act up once in a while. I'm feeling more in end years. There's an issue, whether this animal stepped on thorn or something. There's something tied to the right front paw. Do you understand me?
It was the left paw, and she sliced it open. She sliced it open.
Okay.
I had to stop and think about that one, which paw it was. Yeah, she had some issues with that. Yep.
Could she, was there some times when you and she were communicating that things got backwards?
I don't remember that now.
That's what I'm trying to say is, because she was giving me the opposite. I had things backwards, okay?
Okay. Oh, okay.
All right? When you two were first learning to communicate, that things were backwards a little bit.
Yeah,
or
probably.
Mixed up.
Yeah.
And you had to figure out which was heads and which was tails, so to speak.
Wow. I think that was more me than her.
Okay. You know this animal's a guide for you, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
She shows up all the time. She's my
right.
baby girl.
Yep. And that she's helping you find the right path to walk on. Okay. She says, yes, the path you were on, you needed to walk, but it was time for you to walk a new path. Okay? Yep. Some sort of issues with a couple of her teeth at one point.
Yep.
All right. This is where I'm drawn here. I'm not sure I'm on the right side or she's giving me backwards. Okay.
I think she's losing them.
This would be my right side. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. There's a bell around her. Did she wear a bell when she was?
Her tags, maybe. Her tags would make a noise.
Okay, this is a bell. Something to a bell. Okay.
No, I never put a bell on her.
Okay. All right. Looking in her eyes, there's a very, very deep soul.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
And what I want to say to you is the two of you learned how to communicate when she was here in the physical. She's going to help you with your communication skills with other animals, but also with people. Okay. You've got numbered the gifts that I talked about for myself. Right. And thank you. When you've been around some energy that can deplete you. You're now stepping away from that. And what's happening is your gifts are multiplying, but also going to enhance. Because instead of your vibration being here, it's going to go up to here. Okay?
Yeah.
So what I want to say is you need to make sure you're grounded.
Do I have to be?
Otherwise, you're going to fly out of your body. Okay?
But I like doing that. Another one of my gifts.
Yeah. So that's the truth of the matter here is as we raise our vibration, we literally get lighter, which is the creator's energy, light, but we get physically lighter.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyway, let me see. She's a pretty dog.
There's a border collie.
She's pretty.
Border collie
Pretty,
mix. Yeah.
and soft.
Yes.
Soft.
Wicked soft. Yep.
Soft.
She was my second child.
I'm almost feeling like you're sitting in a chair and she's sitting on the floor in front of you, and she's looking at you like trying to give you a message. Oh, wonderful. We have another person to join us. Welcome, Kathy. Hi, Kathy. How are you tonight? Great.
Oh,
So,
she's muted.
great. I think Kathy's been on here before, right, Kathy? We met before? Yes. Okay, awesome. Right now I'm with Darlene. I'm giving Darlene a message from her dog who's on the other side, okay? And I'm glad you're here, Kathy. That means I can continue to work here for the show, because it's I never know who's coming. I never know who's going to be here.
Oh.
I don't see you getting another pet for a while.
No.
Because you're going to be rather, what's the word? Transient? You're not going to be in one place. You're going to be here, there, and everywhere.
Mm-hmm. That's the plan.
Yeah. And that's just the way it's going to be. So
yep.
Just the way it's going to be. So I'm going to leave you lots of love from this animal. And I do feel like this animal's in front of you, kind of nudging its head against your leg.
I think she's laying on top of me right now.
Okay, trying to get your attention. Your attention. So anyway, thank you, darling. Thank you for working with me, and I want to thank the dog for coming in too. Kathy, hi. How are you? Can you unmute your mic so I can hear you? On the bottom of the screen, far left side. There. Can you hear me talking? No, but I can't hear you. What happened? Is your mic turned down? The volume on your microphone turned down? Check to the computer. Usually you check the volume in the far right corner where the controls are. You see a little microphone. You check to see if the volume's turned down. Speakers. Any luck? No.
If you're on an iPad, Kathy, which it looks like you might be, the buttons on the side of your device, you might want to turn those up, like for your volume.
Nope, it's not working. What are you on, an iPad? Ah, I hear volume, but I don't hear you yet. Huh. I don't have you muted. You're not, you haven't muted yourself.
The computer just did an update.
Ah, I hear your voice now. It almost sounded like, you know what it sounded like? The ocean coming up against the beach.
Okay.
Awesome, awesome. And where are you from again, Kathy?
Maine.
You're from Maine, okay. And Darlene's here from New Hampshire. Okay.
Well, we're close.
Yep. And I'm out in Sedona. So, and Kathy, when did I see you before? You come in?
Couple weeks ago when you did this other one.
Okay, something similar to this?
Yes.
This particular show I do once a month.
Okay.
With the pets, titled Messages from Your Pets. And then Wednesday night, I do my Love Never Dies radio show. I do messages of love from heaven, which is most basically loved ones. So,
Oh,
yep. So do you, for the pets, do you have a pet here or your pet on the other side that you'd like to connect to? What are you looking for?
I have one on the other side.
I think you had a number of pets on the other side. Am I right?
Yeah, yes.
Can you give me a first name, please?
I've had Murphy and Ollie and Brandy.
Pick one, sweetheart.
Murphy?
Murphy. Murphy hiding behind the couch or something like that?
No, my current one hides behind the couch. Benji.
Oh, right. Okay, give me a moment. And these are all cats, aren't they?
Yes.
Okay. As I'm talking to you, I'm sort of remembering that and feeling that too. Murphy, bit of a king around the house.
He was a gentleman.
He was
He
a
was
gentleman.
the best cat. Yeah.
And if you're sitting where you are right now, he'd be in your lap, wouldn't he?
Yes.
Okay, purring away.
Yes.
Ah, and you feeling that vibration throughout your body. In other words, him giving you healing, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
This one was a stray, wasn't it?
No, I got him from the shelter, so I don't know. He was 6 weeks old when I got him.
Well, I would say a shelter cat. I'm going to call a stray. Okay.
Okay.
Obviously, it's an animal that wasn't either was outside out by itself or whatever. Yeah. Took a little bit of time to get this animal adjusted into your house, didn't it?
Gosh, it was so long ago. It was 22 years ago.
Oh my gosh.
I don't think so. He's been gone about 5 years, I think.
Okay. All right. There's some sort of challenges with another kitty, him acclimating with another kitty.
Yeah, that would be Benji.
Okay, good. Okay, that's what I'm sensing. In other words, him coming into the home and at some point having difficulty acclimating with another animal.
Yes,
Okay.
he still does.
He's okay. All right, Benji's the king, right?
He tries to be.
He
Yeah.
tries to be. Okay. And this one here that we're talking about, that 22 years ago. Wow. This kitty did something that attracted you to it. You may not remember fully, but this kitty, it wasn't just like you just picked the kitty because of the way it looked. You picked the kitty because of an attraction between the two of you.
Okay.
All right. Because this kitty and you had a contract. Do you understand that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Just like we have contracts with family members and other people who come into our lives, you had a
Yes.
contract with this kitty. Okay. This kitty was in your lifetime during a time when you really, really needed it, didn't you?
Okay.
I feel like you were lonely. I'm also feeling that there's something that you were grieving.
Okay.
All right? Do you follow me?
Yes.
And this kitty came in to be your healer. They all
Okay.
are healers in some way, right?
Right.
Okay. Very unique markings on this kitty.
He was a Maine Coon. He was just very pretty.
So,
He had a big M on his forehead.
Ah, almost like a Mother Mary mark.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. You know, an M on, and some people have the M on their hands. All
Yeah.
right. Okay. Awesome. I really love this animal. He brought a lot of love to you.
Oh, he
And-
was a wonderful cat. Yeah.
And even though he had challenges connecting with some of the other kitties, you've had Sometimes you've had one kitty, other times you've had two kitties. You've been up to 3 before, am I right?
Yes.
And that they don't always get along at first.
They what?
They don't always get along at first.
Yeah, at first maybe, but yeah.
But eventually they acclimate to as being brother sister,
Yes.
okay, or sister brother, whatever the relationship is there. This kitty had some issues with breathing towards its end.
With what process?
Okay. This particular kitty, the one that we're talking about that you got
Okay.
22 years ago, had some issues breathing.
Probably at the end.
Okay, breathing. And there's some throwing up going on.
No, just a regular hairball once every,
Okay.
very seldom.
All right, hang on. But he's got some sort of stomach issues happening, right?
I don't recall him having really any issues.
I mean, he didn't just fall asleep and go to heaven.
No, he was failing. He was 18 or 19.
He was under the weather. He was having difficulty eating food.
Yeah.
Okay. And keeping it down, I need to say, is what I'm feeling it.
Okay.
All right. There's some sort of an issue that it's too sensitive for him. It's almost like he needs something different now. Okay. But what it is his body is, okay. You and I can grow to be here for like up to 100 years old these days, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cats, I think most cats can be up to their teens or 20 is a max on a cat. So therefore, the stages they go through are shorter than what we go through, right?
Right.
Okay. So I want to say his old age hit kind of quick. And his eating habits, he had no interest in eating in other things. Almost as if he's wearing, almost as if he doesn't have any teeth to eat. Meaning he needs soft and mushy instead of whatever he was getting.
Okay.
Am I making sense to you?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. All right. He went pretty quickly too, didn't he?
Yes.
Okay. You were holding him, right?
Yes.
He's glad you were holding him.
Yeah.
Because that helped both of you to get through it. You sent him healing because you do healing in some way.
Okay. Yeah.
And he sent you healing. What a wonderful gift.
He was a wonderful cat. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Where's his picture? I'm almost like.
I have him. Hold on. I'll get him.
Please, please.
He's in my.
Please. If it's easy enough to do. That's one thing that's great about this show. People are at home, so if they have a picture of their pet or their pet's there, they can bring their pet and share. Yep. So this, pardon?
I don't know if you can see it.
Not there.
Okay, he just.
Okay, looks orangey.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right chest.
oh, he's heavy too, isn't he?
Yes, that was 16. Let's see, that was 6 years ago on the 13th.
Okay, and he's been gone he's been gone a few years since then.
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you. Wonderful.
Good boy.
Right. Darlene, do you have anything you want to share here? Because I know you're gifted, and I want to give you an opportunity to say something.
Not now. I'm good on this one.
All right. No sensing anything on that kitty?
Nope.
Okay.
Just so he probably hasn't left and he's still with you and he probably still sits in your lap. And I guess I do have something.
Yep. And he curls up with you in bed.
Well, I'm glad he does because the other one doesn't.
Oh, the one that's in the physical form doesn't? So your spirit cat does.
Yeah.
Interesting.
He only does if I have a fuzzy blanket on across my lap, and then he'll get between my legs. But yeah.
And
He's not
sometimes you
a
hear
cat.
him. Sometimes you hear him cry.
Very seldom. He doesn't make any sound at all. The only time he's ever made a sound was when I took him to the vet. He doesn't cry. He doesn't chirp. He doesn't meow.
But there's
Very, very quiet.
but
I've
from the
always
spirit,
had cats that have been talkative.
but from the spirit side of life, you sometimes hear him cry. It's like he's trying
Probably.
to get your attention. Yes, he's trying to get your
Yeah.
attention. So wonderful. Awesome. Wow. Okay, somebody else going to show up for the show with us? You've got some other. All right, let me go back to Darlene. Do you have another pet around that you would like me to connect to?
I've got 2 more on the other side.
Okay. Can you give me a first name?
Kisses.
Kisses is warm and fuzzy.
Yes.
And I'm feeling I'm with a kitty more so than a
Yeah.
dog.
Yep, she was.
And I'm see me here, what I'm doing here? I'm cuddling myself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm feeling like she did it in her own way with you.
She did.
Okay. I do need to say here, she also touched your husband.
Yes.
Okay, and that's important to share. Hi, Lori. Welcome, dear.
Better late than never.
No, that's fine. Thank you. Thank you. I
I find
started.
it funny. Just ask for somebody else to come on, and here they are.
Yes. That's it. Darlene in the upper corner. Darlene is in New Hampshire. Kathy is also from Maine, by the way. I know you're from Maine, Lori. What part of Maine are you in, Kathy?
She's muted,
I'm
Pamela.
from Oakland.
Okay. Lori, you're muted, dear.
Oh,
What part
thought
of
you would-
Maine? What part of Maine are you in, Lori?
I'm in Berwick, so I'm in southern Maine.
Okay. Where are you, Kathy? What part of Maine are you in?
I'm in Oakland.
Okay. All right. Could you hit
Where
that?
is Lori from?
I'm
Lori-
from southern Maine, Kathy.
Okay.
Okay. All right. All right. So what I'm doing, actually, I given Darlene a message and Kathy a message, so I was going to go back. I'm finishing a message with Darlene again. I was doing a second, but I'll get you in there for at least 1 or 2. Okay, sweetie? All right, Lori? All right. Darlene, kisses. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. This kitty literally would be on its mouth to your face, huh?
Not really. Although,
Or cheeks, at least it's like this kitty is right up close to you.
yes. She used to actually sit on my head. She would
Okay.
lay on my head
Okay.
and heal me.
Okay. And what I want to say is she came into your home through an unexpected way.
Yep.
Okay. Whatever that means, somebody else found her or she just appeared. It was totally unexpected. It wasn't like you went to a shelter looking for a kitty
Nope.
or anything. You just sort of appeared.
She was, oh, that might be the other one you're picking up on.
Go ahead.
I had one that literally appeared, which is still alive.
Okay.
That's
But
But
how did
Kisses and her brother were going to go to the pound, and I ended up bringing them both home. They were babies.
Oh, okay. And Kisses, something about diarrhea.
No.
Somebody. Okay, then let's let that word go aside. She had some sort of bowel issues at one point. She's sick?
She was in the end. She was peeing everywhere.
Okay. Was there some diarrhea too, dear?
No, she would just pee in the house. She was using the
Okay,
kitty box for the poops.
Okay.
Or she went outside, so I may not have realized.
Can I almost say that there's something going on in her head? There's an imbalance in her head.
I thought so at the end, yes.
Okay. Whether
Yep.
it's a dementia or what it is,
Yep.
there's an imbalance in her head.
Yep. Yep, that would make sense.
There's a major infection or even cancer, I want to call it, in her abdomen area.
I don't know.
Okay.
There could have been.
Okay.
I didn't do any autopsies or anything.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
but she did get to the point like where she would like, I could see that she wasn't where she needed to be.
Okay.
And she was old too.
Right. Yeah. Can I say she's almost childlike?
Yeah, she was.
There's some childlike behavior.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
very common with
Like,
adults, but it's like we go back to that childlike. Animals do the same thing. She almost broke her leg.
Not that I know of.
Believe that you thought that she would have broken something. I mean, cats can be pretty agile. I'm going to leave that with you. There's some sort of a fall that she took.
Yeah, I don't know. She could
Okay.
have come out of a tree and I didn't realize. Again,
Okay,
she was an
okay.
indoor-outdoor cat, so I might have missed that one.
Okay. She came to bring healing not just to you, but to your husband during that time.
Yes.
And he didn't know that.
Yep.
He didn't realize it. But
Yeah.
I'm almost feeling like she's curled up around his neck. She wants to be right nearby him, giving him some healing.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, she used to sleep with us.
Okay.
So she may have.
Okay. And she got kind of finicky about her food towards the end too. She was having difficulty with eating.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
This one's a playful.
Oh.
This one's not a lovey-dovey one, but she's also very playful.
Yeah.
Very playful. Okay.
She was my special girl.
Yeah, they're very, very playful. And what I want to say is that she's also around you a lot. And she wants to help you with some communication too.
Okay.
All right? Because what she's telling me is there's a lot of things that need to be said by the animals.
Yeah.
Things that haven't been spoken. Okay?
Okay. I'm trying to figure out how to communicate that.
Well, you'll find out how. You'll find out how.
I
Now,
think once I'm a little clearer myself, everything will flow open.
Right. So I'm going to leave that with you right now. But I want to go. I'm going to go. If I've got a moment, I'll give you a second one, Kathy. But I'm going to go to Lori since Lori's here. Okay. All right. Okay, Kathy, I said I want to give you a second message, but I want to give Lori a first one.
Okay, no, that's fine.
There. Lori, now, are we connecting to someone in the spirit side of life or someone here in the physical form?
Beats the heck out of me. I'm clueless tonight.
You got a number of them around you from the other side, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm feeling like you've got a kitty that the word I got was Cleopatra. And to me, Cleopatra is elegant and it's almost like she's lounging and it's like, take care of me, do this for me. Do you recognize an animal that would be like that? It's a kitty, right?
Well, I mean, I've had a number of cats and I'm all cats like that.
Well, some are, some aren't.
No.
Some are.
The last cat that I had was just, I'd say, yeah, she was probably queen of the roost.
Okay, long fur?
No.
Long hair?
No, that would be one before that.
Who's got the fluffiest tail?
Could be one that I had when I was
Oh,
like
geez.
late teens, or one that I have
Okay.
now.
Why don't we do it this way? Give me a name of a cat. One cat.
Let's go with Daisy.
Daisy. And I believe Daisy's name came up before because I seem to remember hearing that out of you. Daisy. A little bit finicky?
No, not really. The one that I have now is a fluffy tail. She's finicky, and she's
You know what? I'm having trouble because you got so many kitties around you.
well, the cat that I have now I got from my cousin when she passed, and she's all black with a big fluffy tail. And
Okay. All right. This is the one that's in the physical.
yes,
Okay. All right.
and sometimes she won't let people upstairs. She puts her paws out through the baluster and she goes after the kids because she hates the dog because she's kind of banned to one floor.
So could you be a little finicky?
Yeah. See, I
Or
would call
maybe a little
Bitchy?
controlling?
it. Yes. Well, she's my cousin's cat, so yes.
Oh, so she mirrors your cousin a bit.
She was very close to my cousin anytime, but then when she was seriously ill and dying, she was like attached to her. So
That was her reason for being there.
Mhm.
Right, right.
yep. So
Yep.
when I had the offer to take a cat, I said yes because I had lost my Daisy after 17 years, and it was like I desperately need a cat.
Now this cat keeps an eye on your mom, right?
Yes, before my mom moved downstairs, she slept with her every night. She's a traitor. She went from me to my mother.
This is definitely healer with capital letters.
Yes.
Okay.
So I took a nap yesterday, and I was wondering, my mouth was so dry while she was on the blankets at the top of my head, and her tail was kind of like wrapped around the side of my face, and I'm like, spitting long cat hair out.
I know what that's about. I know what that's about.
Healer.
Yes.
She's got a gift of longevity too here.
Oh, good.
I don't know what her age is, but she's got a gift of longevity. And whomever needs it, she will be around to give healing to. Because I also feel that you have a couple other people around the home that could use some more, I'm going to say more emotional healing from her.
Oh, from the cat? Yeah.
Yeah. Picking up and cuddling and just feeling how nice and soft she is and all of that.
It would be wonderful if you could pick her up and love her, but she's not a pick-me-up cat. When I first got her, you could just pat her, and when she'd had enough, she walked away, and that was it. Don't touch me. So as she was walking,
one of the kids picked her up?
Once, and then she was like down before they got nailed. But yeah, I would pick her up and kiss the back of her neck and say, "I'm going to make you love me," and she does. But I just made her do it faster.
She's, can I almost say like she's kind of a bit of an introvert?
Yes.
Okay.
That's why we fit so well.
And almost like she's a bit aloof.
Yes.
Okay. And if there's too many people in the house,
She's gone.
She can't be seen.
I love my family and my friends, but after, a couple of hours, I want everybody to get the hell out and go home.
Yeah.
Enough was enough. Just leave.
Yes, I totally understand. I agree. Yes. I need to say she's given you a lot of healing. You just don't always realize.
Yes, I don't take a lot of time to spend with her because, like I said, she's upstairs. But yes, the other day I forced myself to go up and say, no, come up on the bed, and I brushed her out. And of course, my mind said, just lay down because you're going to hear her purring. And it was kind of like, the vibrating bed. I just fell asleep and woke up an hour and 20 minutes later.
it's a wonderful feeling. It's a wonderful
Yes.
feeling. Could she still be adjusting to being at that house?
I think so.
Okay.
I think so. I mean, she was in Saugus, Mass, on one floor and was never let outside. And when we brought her here, she stayed in the cellar for the first 2 weeks.
Ooh.
I felt bad. You know, she was just scared.
Mhm.
And
She's a pretty kitty,
she's
and
all black.
and she's very sensitive,
Yes.
and that's why she makes such a good healer.
Because if you pat her wrong, she tells you. You feel it.
Okay.
So,
She's gonna be around that house for quite a while.
oh, good. She's a
Alright.
good mouser. That's why I said, no, I need a mouser. She's definitely
and
earning her keep.
she is gonna lighten up a little bit more with you.
Oh, good.
It's taken her some time, but just give her the space. Okay?
Well, I figured, you know, she lost her human,
Just
you
breathe.
know, and then everybody, when my cousin passed, 10 hours after she passed, her dog passed.
Oh,
And we
God.
said, Jesus Christ, Jack is gone too. We were like amazed. But those two, they were. She went to the pound. Jack said, "You're mine." She took him home. She dressed him up for Halloween, for Christmas, for Mardi Gras, for 4th of July, you name it. Her kids would come home from work and would find them in the pool because the dog would have sunglasses on and be in a floating with his human in the pool. So, I mean, they were 2 peas in a pod. Because I said, how did you ever pick him? And she goes, he picked me.
Yep.
And that was it.
Right. May I say I sense your cousin around the house?
Good, because I often wonder what she's up to.
Yeah. She really went downhill before she left, right?
Oh, very fast.
Okay.
Very fast.
And what I need to say is it was quite quick, and but she's around because the cat's there, and she does have an attachment to all of you.
Oh, good.
Okay. All right. Thank you, dear. I'm gonna go.
Thank
I
you.
promised Kathy another message. She's got animals all around her.
Yes, I do.
Why would I want to say Cleo? Is there a Cleo that you had in the past?
No, not even close.
Okay, give me a name.
Milo.
Milo.
Mhm.
Milo's a bit reserved.
He's a what?
Bit reserved.
Yes.
Okay. This is Milo. You went, oh, look at him. Oh, he's adorable. I love him hanging on the edge of that rail. That's adorable.
Yeah.
And he had some sensitivity to certain foods. You couldn't feed him.
No, he liked table food. We had to cut up chicken and steak for him all the time.
So he's very specific. Okay. He
Yes,
didn't
he
care for
was.
he didn't care for cat food. So he wanted
Well, he'd eat it, but he wouldn't eat it till after he got his good stuff.
So there's definitely an issue in regards to food here and what he's eating. Okay.
Yes, he passed in February.
He went quickly too. He's another one that went
Very quickly.
and to the point that you didn't even know he was sick.
Right.
Okay. And even now you're not quite sure what happened.
Well, he had kidney disease, and it went fast. He had his regular checkup and was fine, and then all of a sudden and we think he had a stroke too, that right before we found the kidney disease. So
He's another one. He's around your living space too again.
oh, I bet.
Oh yeah. And he used to curl up with you too at night?
Yes.
Okay, you've got a bed full of kitties there.
Yeah.
And they're not here in the physical. They're all in the spirit world.
Right.
Okay? I'd say you've got about 5 kitties that sleep with you at night.
Probably.
Okay. And I want to say they're all different colors and sizes. Okay. Something about there was a kitten at one time that that passed early? Do you recognize one that was a young kitty that passed early?
Well, we had a couple that kind of disappeared where I was living earlier.
Okay.
We think something got them.
Yeah, there's definitely a kitty that I'm going to say kitten size that you were in process of getting attached to, and then all of a sudden it wasn't here anymore.
That could have been a little black one. At work, we found him in a one of those power generators. We heard him crying, and we had to call the power company to come get him out. And he'd had a lot of burns on him, and the vet tried to work with him, but they couldn't do anything, and they had to euthanize him.
Yeah. Okay.
Aw.
Okay. But there's some gratitude coming from wherever this kitten that if that's the kitten, okay, yeah.
Yeah. The only kitten, yeah.
You're a magnet to cats, aren't you?
I love cats.
And they're a magnet to you.
Yeah.
And when you were a little girl, there was always a kitty somewhere that you could find.
I couldn't have a cat when I was growing up. We had a dog.
Oh, right, but
I
there's,
didn't get a cat until I was probably 16.
but
His
in the
name was Ice
neighborhood,
Cube.
would cats be attracted to you? Because I'm feeling like they're around you.
Yeah,
Early
people
years.
had cats around, yeah.
And who's the one that climbed the tree and made the big mess? Christmas
Yeah,
tree.
That could be any of them.
I'm feeling like we're back with ornaments that would break and smash.
Oh,
when they
yeah, that could be any of them.
Okay. And
Brandy?
actually, it might even be two of them that did it together.
It could be Brandy and Murphy.
Okay. You've got some neat stories about these kitties that you need to put down on paper just for you. And you've been a bit bored being home during this time of seclusion.
Pandemic.
Yes, I want to use the word seclusion though, and for some reason I'm almost thinking that you've even thought of adopting another kitty or two.
I'd like to, but my husband says no. I have two.
Okay, I didn't even know there was a husband there. So
Yeah.
anyway, but I'm gonna just nicely say he's not the best of company during these times, is he?
Yeah.
Okay, and I'm not going any further. The kitties give you more. Kitties are more company for you. Okay,
Yes.
more companionship. So
Yes.
anyway, but I'm going to leave you there with all. It's like you've got a whole slew of kitties. Lori had a whole slew of kitties. Darlene just had the couple, but okay.
Yep.
All
That's all
right.
I've had. A couple.
Yep. So
Well, actually, a couple disappeared over the years, and
Yep.
there was one left at the house when I left. So
okay. And what happens for me is like all of a sudden it's like, which kitty am I tuning into? It makes
Right.
it a little more challenging. So, but I keep practicing with you, like you ladies helping out here. So anyway, so I want to thank you all for coming in. I almost didn't think we were going to have a show, but I'm glad we did. And
And thank you for the messages.
you're welcome.
Thank you very
Next week's show, right now it's a blank. I'm not sure what it's going to be, but would love to have you check it out. I will be posting it as I know what it is, and I'm going to ask right now for some direction as to what the topic's going to be, and if I need to get a guest or what I need to do. It's still coming. It's still coming together. But I also want to say that, and I did share this real briefly for Darlene heard this. My other show, Love Never Dies radio show, my Wednesday night, I'm going to have a guest. And I believe he's going to be communicating to us from New Zealand. He's originally from Massachusetts, and his name is Reverend Stephen Herman. And he's quite well known to the New England area and now all of the states. He's an author of a book called Mediumship Mastery. And That's his first book, and his second book is a continuation of the same. It's getting ready to be published. So he's internationally known. Pardon?
What night is this going to be?
That's my Wednesday night.
Okay.
All right. Look for the Love Never Dies radio show. Okay.
Okay.
All right. That's mostly about anything about in regards to the spirit world. And I'm looking to see, I've still got some, I'm going to fill in a few. I've got a spirit artist who's coming on board in middle of November. Then I've got an author, wonderful author from Connecticut, who's going to be in the end of December. Her name is Elaine Kosmeskis, and she's authored, oh gosh, I'd say 6 books, if not more. And she's a spiritual medium. She is a reverend, and she's going to be talking about healing with spirit. She's got a book titled Healing with Spirit. And when you stop and think about it, you know, basic type of healing is like Reiki. People know about Reiki. Isn't spirit working through us?
Yep.
During that healing?
Definitely.
If we're able to receive from spirit in the way of communication, whether we hear, see, or sense spirit around, haven't we asked them about, you know, what do I do if I'm not feeling well? What's best for me to do in this case? And somehow or another, we're guided to something. There's so many different ways that spirit can help us in healing. And it's an important modality. It's an important thing for us to be acknowledged with. So anyway, and if there's someone that you can think of who would be a great guest for either show, either this show here, which is All Animals Deserve Love, or Love Never Dies radio show, that would be awesome. Just let me know through my website, PamelaMarieEdmunds.com, and that's where I'll be posting any upcoming guests. But I also post them on Facebook, and I think that's where most of you tracked me, through Facebook. I like to try to get something posted up a few days at least beforehand. Oh, and something else I'll let you everybody know. I am also doing a class now, Monday nights. It's an hour class, and it's something I've done before. It's called Meditation and Message Circle. I think, Darlene, you came to one of them at one time.
I came to a few of them for quite a while. Yeah.
Yep.
And then I started working.
Yep. Well, I'm bringing that back for Monday night.
Cool.
And it's going to be, let's see, if you're in New England area, which I believe all of you are, it will be at October, it'll be, 8 p.m. But when we time change here now, November 1st or something, it will then go to 7 o'clock. It's an hour. It's a guided meditation for about half an hour. And then I do messages for people who are there. And it could just be, it doesn't necessarily, it's going to be mediumship. It could be just an intuitive message, a psychic message. And sometimes what happens is the group forms because you're like energies, you're similar. So you might have similar issues. And I might say one message to one person, say that's for everybody to hear. Okay, that's a $10 fee for that 1 hour. And it's just kind of a nice opportunity to connect with people and not be alone, and connect with like-minded people. So anyway, and that's posted, that I post on Facebook, but it's also posted my event page on Pamela Marie Edmunds. Okay. All right. So I want to thank everybody for being here tonight, and I want to thank anybody who might be coming to listen to this after the recording, after the fact. This will be posted on YouTube once it's completed. The process is completed of the recording. And I want to thank all the wonderful beings who came forward, all the wonderful animals. And a suggestion for everybody during this time, remember, not everybody is themselves. Not everybody is feeling well. People are having challenges with a lot of what's going on. send them some love, send them some light, send them a little prayer, and just be aware. And remember too, it happens for us too, right? We can
Right.
get a little irritable. We need to talk to somebody to kind of process something out or just be heard. That is huge. Be
Mhm.
heard. So be well, be safe, and till next week, thank you all for being here. God bless. Have a great
Thank
night,
you, Pamela.
everybody. You're
Thank
welcome.
you.
Bye for now.
Good night.
Good night.
Night.
Thank
Good
you.
night, Lori. Good
Good
night,
night.
Lori, Darlene, and Ken.